have to do is believe it, and you are dead.
He was found with his hands tied behind his back, face down.
An execution.
Shot twice for insurance. The symbol of the PLA carved right in his forehead.
I'm gonna beat this rap.
The only thing you're beating are your guns. I'm offering you a deal.
You better get over here on the double.
Unless you want to die in this room, you better split when I say split.
No escape.
If they catch you, they're going to shoot you.
Caught between a love that kills and a battle for freedom.
Welcome to Nicaragua.
Jan Michael Vincent must take the last plane out. Tomorrow at 9 on the USA Movie.
Jan Michael Vincent, Ernest Borgnine.
You ready? Will you take no for an answer? Sure.
Airwolf, today at 7 on USA.
Risk is their business.
We're gonna crash!
Harry King and Joe Penny, Riptide. Tonight at 8, 7 Central on USA.
Statement, you touched on the various examples of corruption in public life this newly established commission will investigate. Could you be more specific?
Well, yes. Specifically, I'm referring to legislators accepting favors from special interest groups, judges ruling on corporate matters beneficial to the corporations being litigated against, and organized crime influencing judicial investigations of their organizations.
You say you're establishing this commission because corruption in high places has become a national disease. By high places, do you mean high places in the government?
In the government and the private industry both. Often they go hand in hand.
Well, just to follow through, your position as a member of the Board of Supervisors has resulted in personal acquaintances with people in the government and in private industry. What happens if your investigations step on the toes of these friends of yours?
I guess I'm going to lose some friends. Terribly sorry, we have to terminate this conference. Thank you all for coming.
Nice job, Vern.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you.
Great.
There's a car waiting for you right outside.
Thank you, but I have my own car.
Well, the city, I'm sure, would feel lax in the
Well, it's very
responsibility.
kind, but I think I can handle my own security quite adequately.
Come on, give him a break.
And save the taxpayers unnecessary expense at the same time. Thank you, Vern.
So you heard it first, folks. Go get him. This guy's something, man. Solid.
Oh, yeah, a real crusader. Tells the truth, goes after the big guys, makes a lot of enemies. And he is one of the good guys. And he is one of the good guys.
Down now.
Wait, Supervisor Gray, how the hell did this happen? You guys were supposed to be with him every minute.
He didn't want it. He refused all further protection.
What do you mean he didn't want it? Did you walk him home at least?
He was found with his hands tied behind his back, face down.
and execution.
No doubt about it. Shot twice for insurance. The symbol of the PLA carved right in his forehead.
PLA. Trying to get a little credit, huh?
I think making sure of it.
The mayor is sick about this. I had a call this morning from the governor's office. They're ready to throw everything they can at this thing. Do you understand? Everything. The terrorist task force is being called in, and they're giving us all the info they can on the PLA. Damn. There's not a politician in the state that will feel safe when something like this can happen. All right, all right. You know what I need?
Yes, sir.
I'll go to work, Rudy. See you. Come on. Who the hell is this?
Hey, Chief, Chief Ray. Chief, look over here.
Now, please, let me up there, will you? Talk to you later. No,
There you go. There's 6.
6. John, give me one of these.
Down, Jack, sit down. I'll get it.
We gotta play with something here, John.
Yes?
Mrs. Locatelli?
Yes.
Is Inspector Shannon in?
Jack?
John, I'm looking for a 1. Hey.
Business downtown.
All right. John.
You going out again, Dad?
Yeah.
Oh, this I was beating you a domino.
You couldn't beat me if you had 3 days. John, I'll call you later and see how you did. Finish the game for me, huh? Take care of my light work.
Get out of here.
See you later, Dad.
Take it easy on him, John. Well.
Doc, you know Chief Range? Shannon.
Yes, sir.
Ben Cagle, Governor's office.
Sam Waterman, Special Task Force on Terrorist Activity in the Bay Area.
How are you, Jack Shannon?
The reason you're here, Inspector, the reason all of us are here is the assassination of Supervisor Gray. It's an urgent matter, Jack. Extremely urgent. We've got to move and move fast.
Task Force has intercepted a message essentially telling us that Gray's just the first, but there's more to come.
With PLA signatures. It's a direct challenge to us.
The governor's planning to be in town this Wednesday to address the International Affairs Bureau.
Now, if these people are working on another target, that's the obvious choice, which means that we've got less than 48 hours, which brings me to you, Jack. Now, there's a man in jail, a man you put there. He's awaiting trial on arson and second-degree murder charges.
Funky James.
Right. He did time at Attica a few years ago, and one of his cellmates was William Fenton, a chief of the People's Liberation Army.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Good. Now, it's our feeling that with the right initiative, this Bunky James can shortcut the investigation and get what we need in a big hurry. Now, do you think you could talk to him, find out if he's willing to work with us?
That's fine, but what am I authorized to offer Bunky? Now, this guy doesn't come cheap, nothing for nothing.
Mr. Cagle?
No outright deal. We can't do anything like that. You understand, Inspector. We can indicate, however, that he'll have the most favored treatment the DA can arrange, and we'll look at any plea bargain very receptively.
If the man agrees to the terms, Jack, we'll bail him out, put him in your custody. Now, you do understand, though, you'll be responsible for him when he's not in custody. I presume you have no objections.
I guess not.
Very good. In that case, I guess we better get moving, huh? We don't have any time to lose.
Right. I've got you to thank for this.
They love you. It's a wonderful thing. So do it, huh?
Bunky. What do you think of the good life now?
I don't have to talk to you.
Oh, you're gonna want to talk to me, Francis.
Hey, my mama don't even call me that.
Rattle the cage when you're done.
Janet, I do not want to talk to you.
I'm sure you had to take 10 years off your rap.
What rap? I ain't even been to trial yet. You got me sentenced already?
You're definitely gone. Murder 2 and arson. Was that 20, 30 years on your ticket?
15 at most.
15. Or you could be back out on the street in 5 or 6 years.
Man, I'm gonna beat this rap.
The only thing you're beating are your guns. I'm offering you a deal. You're telling me fairy tales.
You came here to offer me a deal?
Yeah. I want to do business.
Shannon, I do not want to do any more business with you. Business with you is strictly bad news from the get-go.
Maybe I got some good news.
Oh, what, you got cancer?
No. You never change, Bunky. My man, Bunky. Here it is. Vernon Gray, supervisor here in San Francisco, black supervisor. Hear me out, Bunky. He was murdered. PLA might have done it, at least they're taking credit for it. They're threatening other killings. Your man Fenton, your cellmate at Attica. He runs the West Coast operation for the PLA. I want you to get inside, find out what's coming down. Get a ticket and a timetable and let us know what's happening. Then you might be able to plea bargain to, what do they call it? Involuntary manslaughter? Huh? And playing with matches. 5 or 6 years, you're on the bricks.
That's all I gotta do?
You wanna play?
That's it? Put the finger on Fenton and blow the whistle on a brother?
A brother? He murdered a brother. What about that? Tied his hands behind him, shot him in the back, and then carved PLA in his forehead. That's a brother?
Breaking my heart.
Bunky! Go ahead, spend your 20, 30 years in Quentin. Hard time. Go ahead. You know what you're gonna look like when you get out? You're gonna be a toothless old man, Francis. Good luck.
Right now, you have the power to turn contaminated water into clean drinking water for a little girl in need. You have the power to irrigate barren fields so that food can be grown to feed a hungry boy. And you have the power to give a sick child who's never seen a doctor the medical care he needs to get well. You have the power. Just by calling this number and saying, I want to sponsor a child. Becoming a Save the Children sponsor is one of the most powerful, most personal things you can do to help a child. You'll receive a child's photograph and personal history, and you'll be able to write to that child. Then you'll read how Save the Children combines your money with other sponsors to make permanent changes for so many children. At Save the Children, we don't give handouts to children. We give hard-working people the power to improve their own lives, to dig wells, irrigate land, build schools and clinics so they can survive on their own. And best of all, as a sponsor, you experience these changes firsthand. Through progress reports, you'll read about the good your money is helping to do. Through letters, you can hear in a child's own words the difference you've helped make. Nutritious food on her plate, clean water in his cup, school books in her arms. The chance to grow up healthy and strong for so very little money. Still 52 cents a day, $16 a month. When you reach for your telephone, you will change a child's life and enrich your own.
Become a Save the Children sponsor. Call 1-800-845-9000. That's 1-800-845-9000.
Oto's Furniture, you'll find a huge assortment of furniture of quality craftsmanship and custom design. You'll also find rock-bottom prices, and because there are no middlemen, you save.
Check this out.
Now save even more with Oto's parking lot sale. Save up to 70% off on sofas, sectionals, love seats, chairs, plus much, much more. Bring your truck, bring your trailer. Don't miss out on this spectacular sale. Remember the family store, Oto's Furniture in the heart of La Puente, 1212 North Hacienda Boulevard between the 10 and the 60 freeway.
For courteous service, quality foods at low prices, come to La Quebradita and Pico Rivera. We guarantee customer satisfaction on our quality selection. La Quebradita has a wide choice of farm fresh meats. Visit our full-service meat department where our meat cutters prepare choice cuts to your satisfaction. Our fruits and vegetables are everyday fresh, from the farm to us to your table. La Quebradita Market, conveniently located just west of the 605 freeway on Whittier Boulevard in Pico Rivera. La Quebradita, quality at a nice price.
That's it. Look busy.
Hey, Jack. Morning, Jack.
All right, what happened?
Well,
He turned me down.
What do you mean he turned you down?
He turned me down flat.
He doesn't want to knock 5 years off 20. What's wrong with him?
Rudy's got in for me so bad he'd say no if I got him a presidential pardon and made him commissioner of the Food and Drug Administration.
Wait a minute, Jack. Did you put it to him the right way? You didn't go barging in there talking about favors.
Rudy, I put it to him the only way he understands. I appealed to his greed. He still said no.
All right, then we do it the long, hard way, the way we do it most of the time. Schmidt's working up a profile on Fenton in the PLA. You come up with something. Something to get Fenton in here on questioning.
I'm on it, boss.
It's too bad. Bunky could have been a hero.
He'll never hear it from me.
Guess what? Hold it. Shannon, for you.
Hello? Oh, Warden. Yes, sir. All right, I'm on my way. Rudy. Bunky's gonna do it.
Great.
Okay, Shannon, here are the rules. Well, I'm gonna need my clothes, gonna need my car, gonna need a place to live. And I have a certain style, Shannon. I mean, I'm famous for it.
Bunky, just say you're on the team.
Well, you see, you want the word to get around that Bunky's out of jail, right? Well, folks got to believe it. They got to see Bunky James out there living it up with shiny shoes on his feet and plenty of cash in his hand.
Enough to get you a one-way ticket to nowhere?
Oh, man. Look, you want me to nose around Fenton in the PLA, right?
Right.
So I got to be out of the can to do it, right?
Right.
Then it looks like there's just gonna have to be certain risks involved. Now, of course, you can't always go back to your boss man and tell him that you could not deliver Bunky James. That you are afraid that once Bunky James is back out in the street that you are never gonna be able to control him.
You change your mind so fast.
Well,
if you have one thought in that long-haired head of yours that you're gonna turn this into a little jailbreak, you gotta know I'm gonna be on you like white on rice.
oh, please don't get too close, Tricky. Because a lot of my blackbird friends, they don't do much singing when there's a bleached-out bobolink hanging around. You still want me to do this favor for you, Shannon?
Yeah, I still want you to do the favor.
All right, all right. One more thing. And this is for free. When I'm out there doing this job, you watch your back.
Jeff, what do you say we grab a couple of beers when we get off?
I'll be busy.
Still nothing. This is the 10th time and no answer.
What?
This phone number. It appears on Gray's phone bill from last month. 2 days, 7 calls.
Mexico City.
Yeah, except nada a casa.
Who's Hartunian? Robert Hartunian.
City controller. This is from his desk calendar. It looks like they had a lunch date for last Tuesday.
That's the day before. Did you check it out?
I've been busy on the phone to Mexico.
I want to talk to you. Right now.
Adios.
What, so? So what? What did James come up with?
Oh, it's only out a day, Rudy.
I know it's been a day. I'm getting calls constantly from the mayor.
Yeah, well, he's working on it.
How do you know he's working on it? What's he doing? You're supposed to be on his case.
I've got a guy watching him 24 hours a day. He calls me every hour.
Oh, terrific. That's nice. Where is he right now? Right now, where is he?
The guy watching him?
Now, Bunky, who are we talking about here?
See?
Just to make sure that he's doing what we sprung him to do.
Right. It was on his calendar. Lunch with Mr. Hartunian. So I'm just following up any lead.
Well, Vern wasn't the kind of guy that talks loosely about such things. I had lunch with him at the club the day before, and he confided in me.
Do you remember what he said exactly?
I can't quote him. He said something to the effect that he was investigating these people's activities and had been for some time.
The PLA.
Yeah. Whatever you call it.
Tell you, this guy would have been a hell of a cop. Is this what he normally did, his own personal detective work?
No offense, but he wasn't too keen on the police. He said he wanted to go straight to the governor, that the governor could take definite action.
They just dumped this in my lap. So I'm not on top of it yet. Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Hartunian. I know you're a busy man.
particularly you. All right, the Lord is my shepherd. I got what I want. What? Oh, I don't believe it. No, I know this. Man, you have got enough grass. What are you doing dragging your milky white epidermis in here?
Just hanging out, Bunky.
Hi, honey.
You are the diversion downer of all time. Ladies, this here is a face from my boyhood past. The man least likely to be mentioned in my last will and testament.
Thank you, Bunky. It's dark in here, isn't it?
Well, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Don't tell him that, girl. You're gonna make this lame feel welcome.
Come on, doll. I got all kinds of toleration.
I guess you do.
There goes the neighborhood. Look, Shannon, don't plan on staying too long. In fact, now, just long enough.
Good. Okay, before I leave, let me buy you a drink, for old time's sake. Ladies?
Excuse me, ladies. Now, don't y'all go away, please. Just stay right there.
Come on, man, the meat is running. I got people waiting.
Hey, I'm conducting this operation at top speed. I made contact already.
You made contact? Why aren't you following it up?
Oh, man. Hey, look, Jack, remember when I told you that now was not soon enough for you to leave? Well, I was too late because the dude just came in who was taking me to meet Fenton. That's why I'm here, to meet with him. Now, how am I going to explain standing there talking with you? Well, where there's a will, don't you hurt it. There's a way.
Don't you hurt it.
Hey, unless you want to die in this room, you better split when I say split. Rick! What you mean, Rick, man? I'm talking about some Rick. You stop painting them cockroaches all in fancy colors and get them out of there, and you're going to get your Rick, fool. What, now you apologize. What? Oh, you say you apologize?
I'm sorry.
See, the man is seeing the light. He's going to repent these evil ways and make full restitution. Now, you better get out of here and let's live and keep on your agenda. I'm sorry, everybody. Hey, go back and party. I'm sorry. Please excuse me. Man, you know, these people try to get uppity, man. You know what I mean? Did you want to see me?
You looking for Fenton?
It was Moses looking for the promised land. How you doing, man? Funky. What's happening?
All right. Said you are looking for me. How come? Old times?
No, I think new times. I hear the revolution is about to commence.
Yeah. I can't believe you come here to enlist.
No, man, I need some advice, actually. Hey, I'm out here on the coast now, you know.
Oh, yeah? It's a long way from Attica, where we shared that little nest so long ago, huh?
Oh, it can't be far enough to suit me. Look here, man, my problem is this. I attract the man. I mean, the man comes looking for me at the slightest provocation, you dig?
Yeah, well, the man is persistent once he knows you.
Oh, tell me about it. Now, what I need to know, Fenton, is, do I have to leave town before any more of these Gray killings go down?
Gray? Are you serious?
Well, execution, PLA work, that's what the papers...
No, man, we had nothing to do with it. It's a phony to make us look bad. I'm surprised you bought a piece of establishment jive like that.
Now, wait a minute now. The people do not know. We all copping to what the papers are saying.
Oh, we know who killed the man. It was a heavyweight politician. You ready for that?
You're kidding me.
Oh, yeah. He was in bed with Carlo Genova. Gray found out. Was ready to blow the whistle, and they offed him.
Then all those threats about more killings...
Camouflage, man. Look, if it was worth our time, we'd strike back. Let it ride. I mean, it's unimportant in a long struggle.
Yeah, all right. Well, look, hey, you done me one, bro.
Hey, I owed you one.
Well, look here. Don't let me read nothing about you taking the fall or no nonsense like that.
Yeah, well, you read about in the papers, it'll be lies anyway. Be cool, soldier.
Take care, baby.
Cats are among the most graceful creatures in nature. Whether they're lounging in the sun or rollicking in play, cats are endlessly fascinating to watch. But beyond their charm and grace, cats are complex pets. That's why cat lovers who want to keep them happy and healthy rely on Cat Fancy magazine. Every month, Cat Fancy covers the latest advances in feline medicine, helps readers deal with behavior problems, and answers dozens of questions on proper cat care. How safe is the new leukemia virus vaccine? Why would a fastidious cat suddenly stop using its litter box? And what common household items present a threat to your cat? Whether you have a passion for beautiful purebreds or simply delight in the antics of a lovable little charmer, Cat Fancy's wide range of articles and monthly columns will both inform and entertain you. In every issue of Cat Fancy, you'll find good advice from top breeders and veterinarians. You'll learn how to recognize the early signs of a serious illness and how to keep the peace when a new pet joins your family. What's more, you'll enjoy heartfelt and amusing letters, stories, and photos from our readers and meet thousands of others who love cats just as much as you do. For over 20 years, Cat Fancy has helped readers better understand and care for their pets. And right now, you can get a full year's subscription to Cat Fancy for only $11.97. You save 50% off the cover price for 12 informative, thoroughly entertaining issues. Be good to your cat and yourself. Order Cat Fancy today. Here's all you do.
To start your Cat Fancy subscription, phone toll-free 1-800-832-1800 or send $11.97 to Cat Fancy, Box 11066, Department 28, Chicago, and save 50% off the newsstand price. Call 1-800-832-1800. MasterCard and Visa charges accepted.
When there's no place to hide.
My brother-in-law's out to kill me. There's somebody under this bed.
We've got good news.
What good news?
Now there's the kinky,
You looking for a good time, Matt?
the tricky, the foreign,
You promise? I promise.
and it's all at the Ritz. Tonight at 9 on the USA Movie.
Don't miss your favorite brand of entertainment with Western Week. Starting Monday on the USA Noon Movie.
Time, you'll be laying in your grave.
Shannon, did anybody ever tell you got a hell of a way for thanking a dude for not being long gone dead? Look here. Oh, man, why do I have to take this from you?
It's the law.
Hey, now do you want to hear what's happening?
Yeah, I want to hear what's happening.
All right, now dig this. There's no way the PLA laid a hand on that man. Gray was not on their case. He didn't have nothing on him. And frankly, they think they got a really raw deal with this whole affair. And there's been some talk.
So what are they talking about?
Well, they're saying it was a setup, cover-up. They're saying he was hit by the mob.
The Jennifer family?
Well, who else? And apparently Gray had something on him. May he rest in peace. Anyway, that's what they're saying. And what I'm saying is, period. That's the end. Bunky James has done his job.
You know these people? The Jennifer family?
Hey, Shannon, you better back off, man. Now, I done brought you all your information.
What information? What'd you give me? The PLA's out and the mob's in? Come on. Can't leave me with that. Bunky, I'm talking to you.
That's all you do is talk, man, and I'm getting damn sick of it. Now, I've done my job.
You done your job. Your job ain't done. I got another job for you.
I don't believe what happened to promises?
Nobody promised you anything. If it's a family we're after, I gotta know that. I can't take it because Fenton says so. You gotta get inside and let me know. After that, pal, then we can make a deal with the DA.
Shannon, you are asking too much now. Carlos Genova is bad. He is not to be messed with. You say hello to the man, and you saw you brought up the subject.
You can't deal with him? Okay, fine. You want out, you got out. I gotta take you back to the slam, and that's that.
What about our deal?
What deal? The job isn't done. When the job's done, you get a deal. Come on, Bunky. Look at it as an investment in the future.
That's just what I'm thinking. Invested in getting out of the slammer 5 or 10 years earlier so I can come after you just that much sooner.
No. I'm looking for you.
I'm looking for you. It's Mexico City now. We're finally paid off.
Great, let's have it.
But I couldn't raise anybody there, so I get smart and decided to call the Mexico City police. But then I get lucky. They transfer me to the Attorney General's office. It seems this number I've been calling belongs to an investment corporation called Oromex. Well, the reason they're not answering their phone is because they're under investigation by this same Attorney General. Turns out that Oromex is it's a holding corporation with a phony board of directors headed up by a Mr. Hal Aronson, president, Grand Savings and Loan, San Francisco.
He's big. This is getting interesting. Go on.
It gets even more interesting because these Oromex people apparently take dollars, convert them to pesos, and then use the money to finance gambling, girls, pornography, you know, the good life.
Yeah.
But the real owner, and Aronson's boss, according to the Attorney General, Mrs. Beatrice Geneva, Carlo Geneva's wife.
Wow. See, this guy Aronson must have been the guy Gray was bringing heat on.
Exactly.
Inspector Shannon, I don't think we've ever met.
No, we haven't.
I know the commissioners well, though.
Thank you.
Chief Raines is a particular friend of mine.
That's so.
Delightful guy. He shoots a hell of a game of golf. Now, what is it that I can do for you? Why are we meeting?
You knew Supervisor Vernon Gray?
No, not really. Oh, we did meet a time or two at social functions. Terrible thing, his death.
He knew you. I found his notes after he was killed. He talked about a number of things he was involved in.
And?
He talks about a scheme he uncovered. About a man here in this city, a heavyweight financier who was laundering money for the Geneva family through Mexico.
Fantastic. The stuff of good fiction.
Oh, yeah, at least. I thought you might be able to speculate as to who he was talking about, since all the money that was being laundered ended up here in certificates of deposit in your bank.
No, I'm afraid not. I don't go in for rumor mongering, Mr. Shannon, especially when it's serious. Now, I will say this. Any savings and loan would cheerfully accept Geneva's money in CDs.
Money's money, right?
Now, was there anything else? If not...
I thought you might have some ideas. A man in your position. You see, Gray knew something. And in my opinion, what he figured out is what got him killed. I don't know who killed Gray. But I'm here to tell you I'm going to find out.
I wish you well, Mr. Shannon. I like a determined man. And if there's anything that I can do personally to help you, please feel free to call.
Appreciate your concern. And I will.
Say goodbye to razor stubble with the original Bikini Bear Cream Depilatory Kit. Bikini Bear Cream for hair removal plus Bikini Bear Finishing Cream for after hair removal skincare.
Go Bear as you dare with Bikini Bear.
Now Lee brings you Active Length Press-On Nails in color. A rainbow array to beautify active hands. Go on fast. Stay on with these fantastic Lee tabs. Active Length Lee Press-On Nails, now in a rainbow of colors.
John, please don't pressure me. I have to work tonight.
Interesting. Stress can cause headache pain, and that pain more stress, and the stress more pain. A vicious cycle. Break it with the new breakthrough in pain relief. Ibuprofen with ibuprofen. Ibuprofen is stronger, more effective than the leading pain reliever, and has no aspirin.
John, come on over. I can finish tomorrow.
Interesting. When the pain goes, you feel better, and better, and better. Break the cycle of pain with new ibuprofen.
I wanted a high-tech career, and I wanted DeVry. They're serious about education, like me.
Vince Crivellone, graduate, DeVry Institute of Technology.
I got my bachelor's degree, and I got a good job. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it.
DeVry works closely with high-tech industry, so each course fits what high-tech needs today and tomorrow.
My future? It's looking great.
For more information, call 1-800-247-7800 now. DeVry, we're serious about success.
Hello, I'm John Cameron. I just opened a new seafood restaurant called Cameron Seafood at the intersection of Nogales and the Pomona Freeway in Rowland Heights. I'd like to show you around. I hope you enjoyed Cameron Seafood. Remember, it is located at the intersection of Nogales and the Pomona Freeway in Rowland Heights. I invite you to come down and see why our fish come from the finest schools.
Board
Ford of Whittier is the home of the price fighter. Come in and see our wide selection of 87 trucks and vans, like the Ford F-Series pickups, rugged and versatile as they are top of the line in looks and comfort. Also see our complete line of 87 Ford Broncos, Econoline vans, and the popular Aerostar vans and Aerostar wagons. At Ford, we'll make it affordable because we're knocking out the competition.
Ford, the price fighter.
Ow.
You realize where this Aronson business is going to get you if you're wrong.
Yeah. What if Aronson was tied up with the mob, the Genovas? What if the Genovas knocked Gray off? I know whose head they want on a wall.
That's wonderful. Terrific. You got all the money on the come.
St. Todd never filled the flush. I'll be talking to Bunky later. He'll let me know how far the Genovas leaned on Gray.
Let me know what he says. Good luck. I want to go to Vegas with you. I mean, just to see what happens. I think you'll be a big hit. You're a lunatic. Absolutely amazing.
What do you want?
Well, I'm here to speak with Senor Carlo Genova. I know you. No, you're Genova's bag man. Yeah, he used to come by the shredder and pick up his take every week. Mm-hmm.
Why? What shredder?
Bunky James. Guy used to operate the shredder, you know, down there in the Central Basin. And, just who am I talking to? May I ask?
I'm Genova. I remember you. Yeah. You used to lend money, too. Yeah, we didn't do too badly together, you and I, way back then, huh, Bunky James?
Yeah.
Very well. You want to speak to me? Speak.
See, I got these friends on the PLA. Well, they're catching an awful lot of heat on Gray.
I know. It's a shame, isn't it?
Well, these friends, they sent me around here to find out, well, find out if you iced the man.
You came here on that fool's errand?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. You see, well, I owe him, you know.
What if I had been responsible for this unfortunate's death? What then?
Then I would just take that information and leave.
You leave in the box, the pennies on your eyes. You are lucky. I had nothing to do with this Gray and his end. So, you may walk out on your own legs.
Well, I'm really glad to learn this, Mr. Genova. Except I really do have to take you just one step further, see, because my friends are going to be in really bad shape if I don't find out exactly who iced the turkey.
I will give you a gift for your friends. The guilty man is a weakling, a coward, a politician, a man named Hartunian. And now you know everything.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm very much obliged. Well, yeah, thanks.
Excuse me, Mr. James, you can't just burst in on Mr. Hartunian this way.
Cool it, lady. I ain't bursting in on anybody. Hey, give me this. I ain't got but one left. I'm here to pay a call on this gentleman right here.
Miss Diakowski, what on earth is going on?
I'm sorry, Mr. Hartunian. He just came right by me.
James, Mr. City Controller. B. James of the James Record Company. I'm here to rap with you about some very important business.
Mr. Hartunian, should I call security?
Hey, cool it, lady. You ain't got to call nobody. Look, you and I have some very mutual friends, one of whom suggested that you and I really should talk.
Fine, Miss Diakowski. I'll see Mr. Jones, is it?
James.
James, yeah. Fine, Miss Diakowski.
Yes, Mr. Hartunian.
She's something else, you know.
Yeah. Make yourself comfortable. You say you're from the James Record Company, huh?
Well, if I didn't, that's close.
Well, I must tell you that if it has something to do with the city contracts, you'll have to get approval from the Planning Commission, not from this office.
Well, that's not the sort of contract I had in mind.
I beg your pardon? Is that supposed to mean something to me?
Oh, come on, Mr. Hartoonian. Now, we're going to place charades and we're going to get down to cases. I'm an official representative of this organization, the PLA. No, baby. Don't you get physical with me. You are not ready, chump. Hey. Now, sit down. Go ahead, man. Sit down. Now, like I was saying, I represent the Army. The Army is very angry. You have put us in a very bad box.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We know what you did, and we know why you did it. Oh, yeah. It really was a stroke of genius laying this whole thing off on us, you know. That is, assuming that you thought you would not have to deal with us. Now, you should have known we was going to find out about this.
What are you trying to prove?
I am not trying to prove anything. All I have to do is believe it, and you are dead. What do you think I'm talking about, a court of law or something?
What do you want?
Nothing fancy, just some money. The brothers seem to think that you owe them. They seem to think that maybe $500,000 in unsequenced bills, $20 and under, would do them just fine.
That's an enormous amount of money.
You can handle it, Mr. Hartoonian. You got 12 hours. 12.
Julie, this is Bob. I've got to see him.
He's busy, Bob. Is it a big thing?
For me, it is. There's nothing bigger.
I'm sorry to hear that, Bob. I'll see what I can do.
Do you remember the trouble I had with this man, Gray?
How would I forget?
I took care of that. Now, out of PLA is making difficulty for me.
What difficulty?
They're trying to shake me down. They sent me this guy named Bunky James to force me to pay a lot of money. So I came to you because I don't know what to do.
Now listen, two things. This Bunky James is a pirate, he's no PLA, and he has no power. And second, you killed Gray against my wish. And what flows from that, including James, is yours to deal with. My hands are clean. We have an investment together. If our association is ruined, we'll make another. The good business people. Nothing touches us. Isso cara venuto. Uma baraka que do que é chimenito capisci. You do what you have to do. If you survive, who knows? Perhaps you'll work with us again.
Full of fear. A dead man.
Of all nature's miracles, the most spectacular is the butterfly. So elusive, we rarely glimpse their splendor for more than a moment. Now enjoy their beauty for a lifetime with one of the most dazzling porcelain collections ever created. Butterflies of the world from the Franklin Mint. Porcelain sculptures incredibly lifelike. In a floral setting, just as they appear in nature. Altogether, a rare porcelain collection portraying each of the world's 15 butterfly families. Designed by Brian Hargraves, the world's foremost butterfly artist, each piece is handcrafted in fine porcelain and finished with hand-painted details. Like the zebra longwing, a tiger swallowtail, and our own beloved American monarch, resting here on one perfect dogwood blossom. Each butterfly has its own unique beauty, like the Mediterranean malachite with wings and glorious color on top and in camouflage underneath. Each month, you will receive a different sculpture with a complete description of butterfly and flower. And later, to display your collection, you'll receive this elegant brass and glass conservatory at no extra cost. To order, simply call 1-800-367-3700. Get one sculpture every month for only $29.50. For most efficient service, use your major credit card. Each piece has the Franklin Mint's 30-day return assurance. And remember, butterflies of the world are available only from the Franklin Mint. Capture nature's most elusive treasures. Call 1-800-367-3700 and let the butterflies of the world bring a breath of spring to your home for years to come.
There's only one way to the top.
Hard work.
Engelbert tells you how on the next Cover Story. Sunday at 10 on USA.
Jennifer doesn't care. He washes his hands of us all together.
Excuse me, Bob. It's not really us, is it? I mean, in this case, it's you we're talking about.
Why? Because James came to see me instead of you. It could have happened the other way. We've done everything together.
Not Gray.
Oh, don't give me that. Oh, you knew about it. You concurred. I see. You think that you can stand off like Carlo and watch me go under. Let me tell you something. No way in hell is that going to happen. The way it breaks for me, that's the way it breaks for you, I promise you.
Fine. All right. I'm not trying to shirk my responsibilities. Now, what do you plan to do?
Man, James is a freelance thug. He knows about Gray, threatens both of us. He goes. I'll arrange it. I just want your assurance that you're with me.
All right. But I want to know every detail of your plan.
You will? Oh, absolutely. I mean, everything we do is a joint effort.
Mr. Hartunian has grown unstable, Mazer.
Yes, sir.
He made a mess of the Gray elimination, and now he's planning to do the same thing with this James person, probably with the same unfortunate results. I think all our lives would be simplified if Mr. Hartunian and Mr. James could efficiently and simultaneously be neutralized. Do you think you could handle that?
Yes, sir. Consider it taken care of.
Thank you.
Shannon.
Jack Schmidt. I'm outside a hotel on Neptune Street, number 523. I followed your friend Bunky James over here from a travel agency on 3rd Street.
You're kidding. The travel agent?
That's right. Now, before that, he paid Robert Artunian a little visit. You better get over here on the double. Your friend Bunky might be planning a little trip.
All right, I'm on my way.
Make it fast.
Bunky, what are you doing, eloping?
Hey, Shannon. Ain't nothing in our deal about you invading my privacy.
Hey, there's nothing in our deal about you walking out either.
Walking out? Ain't nobody walking out on nothing, man.
Yeah, what's this? Huh? Oh, a ticket. A ticket to New York, huh? One way. Francis James B.
Hey, you got a search warrant?
How come, huh? You go see Hartunian and then this. What'd you see Hartunian for?
Because he is the dude that blew the supervisor away.
Said who?
Said Jennifer, that's who.
So instead of coming to me, you went to him, figuring you hit him for a bundle, huh? How much you hit him for?
$500,000.
$500,000?
What? God gives it to you. Dropped right in my lap. What do you want from me?
And you went for it?
Is a bullfrog waterproof? You gonna call me and make arrangements for the drop?
The minute he calls you, you tell me. I'm holding on to this.
What for? What are you doing, man?
Don't you know that by now he's already called Jennifer and they found out you're not from the PLA? Huh? You try and collect that payoff without telling me, and you're gonna find yourself fish food.
Oh, you're gonna take me off his hook and make me your bait instead.
Yeah, that's right, Bunky. There's gonna be a payoff, but not the one you had in mind.
Shannon, you have become a total disgrace to the neighborhood. Give me my bag.
I'll take care of the travel arrangements.
Okay, get up there. You know what to do.
Well, Mr. Artunian, I hope what you got in that brown paper sack there is more than just your lunch.
Where you going? Huh?
Oh, man. Shoot. Whatever happened to all the trust that used to be in this world?
Freeze, monkey. Get rid of the gun. Does that gun belong to you?
Man, I am a convicted felon. Now, you know I am not allowed to own a firearm.
Cute, monkey. That's real cute.
Well, you kind of cut that somewhat a little thin, didn't you, Shannon?
I got here, didn't I?
Well, thank you so very much for showing up at all. I only hope that what gets shaved off my sentence ain't quite so skimpy.
You got grace, killer. Done your job. Come on, I gotta take you back in. Call a coroner.
Yeah, well, now, for how long? How do we stand?
You've done your job, more or less. With the wars.
Oh, yeah? More or less.
It's up to you to negotiate the best deal you can.
It has always been up to me to negotiate the best deals I could, one way or another. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Whatever deal Bunky James negotiates, he ain't never gonna come up with the short end of the stick.
I believe that.
And I'll tell you something else you better believe.
What?
This business about you and me being partners.
Yeah?
Well, that's strictly for the birds, Shannon, strictly. There ain't nothing between you and me except we grew up on the same block. And I'm gonna tell you straight out, whenever I get out to Slammer Man, that's when you better start watching out for yourself, because that is the day I am coming looking for you.
Thanks for the warning, Bunky.
Don't mention it.
Hey. I'll be waiting for you.
Hey. Hey, Shannon. Oh, come on, man! Shannon! I'm warning you, Shannon. You wait.
Yeah, serious. For what, him?
Wait, Shannon. Yeah, you wait, and I'm coming after you, turkey. Shannon!
So much.
Shannon, don't leave me like this.
Stephanie Powers and Harold Gould are the Feather and Father Gang. Tomorrow at 11 on The Detectives. Now stay tuned as Paul Muni stars in the original Scarface. Next on the USA Movie.